Hello everybody. I just spent a good deal of time getting the blade tracking set up on my Sonic Turkey. It hadn't done that surgery on it since I did my refurb, and doing a lot better now. I say I'm doing a lot better. I'm getting vibrations somewhere. Blade tracking's out. Now, I had it dead nuts on a little while ago. That's odd. I'll be darned. Well, video probably ain't gonna be very good, but who knows, the feathering shaft may be bent. Well, I hope everybody's doing well. Jeff, it was nice to hear from you to come in and assail me about my transmitter. I understand that you're enjoying planks now. And winter is upon us. So you've got all your, you can build a shed and redid the outside of your house. So you got all that done before winter has got here. Miss having you over on the forums, but I know how people are. We come and go. Yeah, this GA250 and the combination that I have with a tail servo, which is a very fast tail servo. It's made by Hyperion. I forget the model number. It get a little bounce. And I think I can reduce it by bringing the ball link connector in closer to the hub on the servo, but I don't know how ambitious I am about doing that since I have a GA520 coming in. Definitely tell the difference between it and the Asan. When the Asan was working, it was a little bit better gyro. I say the Asan. When the Turnigy was working, ended up having to trash a $70 Turnigy MEMS. It just got to where it didn't function properly. Anywho, glad to be out flying. Been kind of confined for the last 4 or 5 days, and refer to earlier assertion that I got screwed by leaving my transmitter on the other day. I won't be getting a Posh Git LiPo. This thing doesn't have the circuitry for it. And if you let your $14 LiPo die, you've killed it. And I've left my transmitter on quite a bit, but generally I fly frequently enough. Generally I fly frequently enough to catch the transmitter on day 2. But not so much of late. So I'd hate to let a LiPo go. So that really begs, why not just get another NiCad? Have it as a spare. Well, I'm enjoying my fish tanking, even though y'all aren't. If you're smart by now, you're multitasking. You're listening to my blather and not watching the video so much. That's okay too. I had something interesting. My Eco 8 charger, the board that snaps into it, the universal board, apparently it wasn't squared away properly, and I was getting spurious results on my charging. Now my tracking's in. That leads me to believe that I might have a bent feathering shaft. So it wasn't charging up my batteries right. It'd say it was full at 24.75 volts when it needed to be 25.4 volts. So that annoys me. I thought the charger was bad, so I went ahead and ordered me another Acusel 6, which, even though it has a terrible display on it, is a great charger. Rob, I made arrangements with my buddy for next Monday or Tuesday to go over to his house with your generous gift and see if I can't get that airplane to fly. I'll carry my cameras over with me and introduce you to Ben Eason, and we'll see how awful I am at flying. Rob, you ought to be just about packed up and ready to go. Welcome home to Sydney. Simon, I hope you've had some surfs to club over there. Such a well-balanced aircraft. Even if you're not feeling up to nose in, it'll just hang there for you. Well, I don't like that tail. I might have to move that ball. In fact, I'll do that before I carry it to my buddies next week, because I don't think my Leader's Hobby Futaba knockoff will be in before then. I don't like that tail bobbing around. That's all it is, too. You gotta just move the ball in. See where we're at in tracking. Yeah, Neil, you've put me off, dude. I behave these days. I've got good battery look at that tail bobbing around a little bit. I behave with the batteries. I got good battery discipline, and I'm developing, because of you, frankly, good helicopter blade discipline. And when I ever do any invasive surgeries on these things now, I damn sure pull them blades off, even though it's kind of a pain in the ass, because I typically end up having to readjust the freaking tracking each time. I don't know why pulling blades off screws the tracking, but it does. Well, we're starting to get some chucking, which keeps me from having to use a timer. Let's set her down, a proper landing, unlike somebody I know, evil British overlord. Oops, that was a hop landing. Best of all.